Hi, welcome. My name is Stevie, and I just wanted to introduce myself. I am the creator of Flow, Freedom to Love Ourselves Wholeheartedly, which is a website that is devoted to giving you information on how yoga and meditation can help heal and transform your life. This is Marley. Hi, Marley. Go lay down. We live in the rural parts of South Carolina, but I am from up north where I was a classroom teacher for about 20 years in elementary and special education. I was married and I have 2 children, and a few years ago the switch flipped and I knew something in my life had to change. You can read all about my story on my website, flowwithstevie.com. There you can also find lots of resources and information about all of the benefits of yoga and meditation, things that have helped me that I want to share with you. So, and just another tidbit, I am currently a registered yoga instructor. I am teaching in a studio local to my community and creating ways to find places and spaces for people to feel safe, where they can grow and learn and love themselves wholeheartedly. So I hope that you visit my website. You can check out my social media. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Not too much there, but I am also working to create virtual offerings and offerings in my community so that I can bring all this wonderful and helpful, supportive information out into the world. So I'm so glad that you stopped by and you took the time to watch this video. I hope that you have a blessed day and stay in flow. Namaste. Welcome, friends, to this gentle flow yoga practice. I invite you to get seated in your comfortable seat on your mat. Allow your sits bones to be grounded into the earth. Finding some stillness for just the first few minutes here as we come into presence. Taking a moment to let your thighs be heavy towards the earth and your shoulders drop away from your ears. Begin to observe the sensations in your body and your breath without judgment or changing, just noticing as we are gently bringing ourselves into this present moment. And let's set an intention for our practice today. As we begin to connect our body and our breath, that we stay present and find what feels good with our body today. I invite you to take a deep breath in and a long breath out. We'll do another one like that, inhaling through the nose. And as we release that breath, allow ourselves to feel more grounded and heavy towards the earth. Bringing your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Take a breath in and a long breath out, bowing your head in devotion to yourself for showing up today. And then we'll begin to move. As we inhale, we'll drop the hands towards the ground, bring them up overhead and back through heart center. Inhaling and exhaling as we come through this movement to sync up the breath with the body and finding presence. Inhale and exhale, we'll come into our seated side twist. As you inhale, bring the crown towards the sky and exhale into your twist, releasing any tension or stress. we inhale, we'll come back through center and switch sides. Elongating through that spine on the inhale and grounding down through the exhale. Continue to connect with the breath. And then we'll come back through center on the next inhale and gently come out of our seat on the exhale, finding our tabletop position. Aligning our knees under our hips and our wrists and elbows under our shoulders, finding that flat back position. Begin to inhale as we drop the belly into our cow pose, and exhale as we are arching through the back into our cat pose. Inhale drops the belly, and the exhale arches through the spine. Syncing the breath up with the movement. Find what feels good in your body today, taking any small movements to stretch through the hips or the shoulders, through the neck. And then on our next inhale, we'll bring our big toes to touch, and as we exhale, we'll sink back into child's pose. Giving yourself 5 rounds of breath here to really drop into this presence even more deeply. As you inhale, feeling expansion, and as you exhale, releasing and allowing yourself to melt towards the earth. You may move your forehead from side to side, gently massaging the third eye. Taking another full breath in and out, we'll begin to rise back up to our tabletop position. Finding our center here. Inhale and exhale into your first downward facing dog. You can pedal it out here, continuing to breathe deeply and allowing that heart space to melt towards your legs. Taking another round of breath here in our downward facing dog. Finding a moment of stillness. And we'll begin to walk up to the front of our mat and finding our forward fold. Deep breath in and a long breath out as we begin to sway or find that ragdoll. Moving through the hips from side to side. And then our next inhale, we begin to rise up to our mountain pose. As we arrive on the exhale, we drop the shoulders down away from the ears, opening the heart space and the palms to the front of the mat. Feel grounded in your feet. We will begin to reach for extended mountain pose and falling forward into our forward fold. Inhale just halfway, finding that flat back position. And exhale, releasing back into the forward fold. In your next inhale will rise you up again all the way to your mountain pose. First half sun salutation completed. We'll go to round 2. Inhaling, reaching for the sky, and exhaling, falling forward. Next inhale will rise you up halfway. And exhale, releasing towards the earth. Inhale, coming back through your mountain pose, feeling the articulation of the spine as it comes back into place. Last round, inhale, reach through extended mountain pose. And exhale, swan dive, maybe this time coming through to your forward fold. Generous bend in the knees here. Next inhale will bring you up to your flat back. And exhale, release into your forward fold. Rising up to mountain pose. Once again, taking a moment to check in with our feet here. And bringing hands to heart center. Next breath in, we will step wide on our mat, long ways, finding a wide-legged stance. Take a moment to adjust your clothes. Check in with your feet, feeling grounded into the earth. Bringing your hands to heart center, we will inhale and exhale, coming just halfway to that flat back position. Inhaling again, and as we exhale, release the hands towards the earth, dropping the head towards the ground. Deep breath in and a big breath out. Find some soft, easy movement in the neck, shaking no and yes. Feeling the stretch through the back of the legs as you continue to breathe. Inhale, coming up just halfway. And we'll ground down through that right hand and lift the left arm up into a twist. Big deep breath into the belly, and as we exhale, coming back through center, we'll drop the left hand, lift the right hand up high, and twist to this side. Present with your breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. Coming back through center here. Inhaling just halfway. Hands to heart center as we raise the crown towards the sky. As we come back up to standing, I'm going to invite you to heel toe your feet in just slightly. Toes pointing out to the front corners of the mat as we are looking for goddess pose. Inhale and exhale, bringing your seat down. And then your arms and goalpost arms out to the side. Deep breath in. Exhale, you may sink a little deeper. And as you exhale, release and find a star pose. Take up space. And exhale, hands back to heart center. Bringing our feet in even closer. Rise up for extended mountain pose and take a gentle side stretch to either side. Being mindful of your breath. And as we exhale, coming back down through that forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale and exhale. Dropping our seat towards the earth. And finding our tabletop position again. Checking in with center here. And then inhale, exhale, finding that downward facing dog. Pedal it out here, warming it up. Exhale, release and let something go as we inhale. The leg up to the sky, bend that knee and find your low lunge. You can drop your knee here or you can keep it lifted. Heart is facing forward. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Inhale, finding our crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. And come, bring that elbow across the body, finding a gentle twist. Inhale, coming back through center, releasing into that low lunge, finding our plank as we inhale and exhale. You can find Chaturanga or Baby Cobra, and then coming back through our downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, we're going to go ahead and inhale the opposite leg up to the sky, bending that knee, bringing it through, finding our low lunge on the opposite side. Knee can be up or down again. And rise up to crescent lunge. Coming into your presence as you exhale, bring those hands through heart center. And opposite elbow to opposite knee for your twist on this side. Breathing in deeply and exhaling completely as we come back through center in our crescent lunge. Exhale to the low lunge and find our plank. Maybe Baby Cobra or Chaturanga if that's in your practice. And then we'll come back up to our downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a long breath out as we raise the leg up again, bending that knee, bringing it through center to find pigeon pose. Now you can take this pigeon up, or on the exhale you can lower the upper body towards the earth onto forearms, or all the way down to the hands. Deep, full belly breaths in, and long releasing breaths out. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Be present with your body. And your next inhale will rise you back up, curling the back toes under as we lift the hips. And swapping sides, we'll stretch out that leg. And then find our downward facing dog once again. Inhale, we'll raise the opposite leg up high, bringing that through into pigeon on the opposite side. Straightening through the back leg. Again, take this pigeon upright. Or if it feels good for you today, as you exhale, lower the upper body towards the earth onto forearms. Or bring yourself all the way down to the mat on a pillow of your hands. Give yourself about 3 rounds of breath here. Inhaling all the way into the belly and exhaling, let the body get heavy towards the earth. And your next breath in, we'll start to rise ourselves back up, bringing the crown towards the sky as we curl the back toes under and bring the other leg out. Give yourself a stretch. And then come back to find tabletop, maybe a few rounds of cat-cow. Staying with your breath as we inhale and exhale, stretching through one leg and the other. And then we will find a hero's pose. Bringing your hips to your heels and your hands to your heart space. Checking in with your body, physically and emotionally. Feeling the heartbeat under your hands and your life force energy that is fueling your movement. As we release this hero's pose, we're going to bring our seat back to the earth. Extend our legs out in front of us, and as we inhale and exhale, we'll find a forward fold. Take a few rounds of breath here, letting your hands fall wherever they land, whether that's your shin, your ankles, or your feet. Breathing deeply in and releasing that breath on the exhale, allowing the body to fold closer to the earth. Let your next inhale rise you back up so the crown is towards the sky, and we'll scoot ourselves towards the center of the mat and lower ourselves down to find our spine. Bringing the heels in close to the sits bones, knees are pointing towards the sky, hands are grounded in nicely alongside the body. We will inhale into our bridge pose, lifting the chest and the chin towards the sky. Exhale, releasing gently back down towards the earth. We'll do another one like that. As we inhale, lift the hips, the belly, the chest, and the chin, maybe a little higher. And as we exhale, lowering down with control back to the earth. On your next inhale, bring the knees in towards heart center and maybe find some rocking or some circles. As you massage the lower belly, give yourself a squeeze, bringing the forehead towards the knees for one breath in, and as you exhale, release, bringing everything back down towards the mat. You can find some windshield wiper legs here as we shift our knees from side to side. Continuing to breathe deeply into the belly. As we exhale, we allow the knees to fall to whichever side feels good for you as we adjust our gaze to the opposite side. Big breath in and a long breath out. Feeling everything connected to the earth and supported and held in this present moment. Next inhale, we'll bring those knees back up through center, and exhale, dropping them to the opposite side. Shifting your gaze, continuing to breathe in deeply and exhaling completely. Inhale, coming back through center, giving yourself another big hug, bringing the knees into the chest. And exhale, raise the feet towards the sky and find a legs up the wall pose. Just a few rounds of breath here. Pointing the toes towards the third eye. You may even rotate your ankles here if that feels good. And then as we exhale, we'll bring those knees down towards the armpit chest and find half a baby pose. If it's in your practice, on your next inhale, you can raise those soles of the feet to the sky to find full baby pose, happy baby pose. Deep breaths in and long breaths out, finding a gentle rocking or soft movement, bending at the knees. Continuing to breathe and stay in your moment. In your next exhale, you can release slowly with control the feet and the legs down to the earth. As everything lands in this space, I invite you to take a big breath in and a long breath out as we find our final resting pose in Shavasana, allowing everything to land here on the earth. Inhaling again for expansion and creating space. And as you exhale, letting everything melt to the earth. I'll be quiet for just a few minutes as you rest in this space. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just bring it back to the focus of your breath, the relaxation and the stillness. We'll begin to move our fingers and our toes, opening our eyes, coming back into our space, coming back into this moment. I'll invite you to find a fetal position, to roll to one side or the other as you come back up to your comfortable seat. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out to let your sits bones connect to the earth as you bring your hands over your heart space. I thank you so much for practicing with me today. It is truly an honor and a joy to be a guide for you on this journey. We'll take another big full breath in together as a breath of gratitude, thanking yourself for showing up, for giving yourself this very important and much needed time to show yourself some love and compassion. Namaste.